Very good morning to one and all. In this video, I would be explaining you the architecture for searching images. So basically, when you upload an image, you want to get similar images. So we'll be using machine learning and we'll be combining this with Elasticsearch. So I'm gonna be basically sharing the architecture first with you, and then I'll show you a demo as well. So this is the first part where we will basically discuss the entire architecture, how it should work. So what we want to do is basically. So let me actually grab my pencil. So let me see if I can type it. So basically, when we upload an image using machine learning and ELK, we want to get similar images and product. This is one of the Kaggle challenges, by the way. So I'm gonna be sharing the architecture, how you should be even approaching. So the first thing that we need to know is basically, let's say you have like thousands of images. So this is the first image. This is the n image. Okay, so you have a lot of images, right? So as you know that machines can't understand images, we need to convert that into numbers. So the idea goes here is basically apply machine learning techniques on images and convert them into a vector. So basically each of this, each of this gets translated into a vector. So basically each of the image gets translated into a vector. Now once you translate that into a vector, what we can do, we can apply machine learning algorithms on this. So for example, I'm gonna be showing that. So once we convert that into this, what we can do is basically, let me actually pull up the formula. So give me one sec, I'm gonna pull up something on my screen. So, or actually I can pull up on my iPad as well. So let me actually show you. So I'm gonna go here. So I'm gonna go there. So if you see carefully, we need to compute this formula. So summation, let me show you that. So summation of AI BI I think it's AI, if I'm not wrong. Let me just make sure. Summation of AI square. So basically we are computing so basically we are going to compute the cosine similarity algorithm. So what is the architecture is basically, what we do is basically convert all the images into a vector, right? So how are we going to use Elasticsearch into it? So let me actually show you. So the architecture goes like this. So basically you convert all the images into a vector. Assume that you have converted into vectors, right? Now since you have a vectors, what we can do, we can upload that on the Elasticsearch. So this is your ELK stack. So upload all the images basically with the vectors. So we can say the file name. That's going to be one of the field. I think I should be drawing it a little bit bigger. So file name is one of the field. The second field would be the vector of that image and the base 64 content of the image. Okay, so this is what we have on the this is what we have on the Elasticsearch. So now when a user uploads an image, so we apply machine learning algorithms, for example ResNet or MobileNet to Google's pre-trained architecture. We apply that, convert into vector. Then basically we will use this vector to perform KNN or cosine similarity on list of images right? This basically would result in similar images. So you would take like first 10 images. Then you would, for displaying it on the website, you would basically use the base 64. That's why I said we need the base 64 also. So display similar images on the website. Okay, so that's the architecture. So now I know, so if you want to develop a full-fledged system, so now I'm going to be showing you the entire like overview of an architecture, for example Docker and stuff. So this is how it works. Okay, so first of all I'm going to make up API. So this API would be strictly built in Python. Okay, so you have your Python API. Then here you would have your web proxy gateway or WSGI. Okay, so basically your API is being hidden on a proxy, on a web proxy gateway or an Nginx gateway. Think of it that way. Okay, now this architecture basically would be residing inside a Docker container. Okay, so this is inside a Docker container. The APIs there are several like endpoints. So what we're gonna do is basically the first endpoint, we have several endpoints. Okay, so this would have several endpoints. So the first endpoint is basically, it would take an base 64 image. So whenever a user uploads image, basically this should be, let me here. So now we have our Amazon Web Services. So KNN, basically AWS has a feature called machine learning. So your Python API should query the Elasticsearch, right? So you basically, when a user, now for example the client uploads image, sorry for the messages. So the client will upload an image. Now what happened is basically our API will have will be using TensorFlow in the API, a pre-trained machine learning model. Sorry again, I'll show you all of this in action. Okay, so our API will basically convert this to vector, and now this vector would be passed to your Elk stack. Okay, and if several clients are accessing your resources at the same time, the USGI or WSGI will make sure, I think I need to, sorry. So if several clients are accessing the resource at the same time, the WSGI worker gateway will make sure that it can create several instances of your API. Okay, so it can handle several requests also. So this happens, and what happens is this, basically this will return JSON objects. So this JSON objects will be basically something like this. Let me actually take a rubber. So basically you would have file name, then you would have base 64 image. So it's gonna be a string, and then you would have you don't need the vector, so you can so it's gonna be an objects. Okay, so this is gonna be returned on your Python API. Now what you can do is on your Python API, so you have your front end. Okay, so you would separate your backend and a front end. So whenever a user, let's say, uploads an image here, oops, sorry for that. Sorry. So whenever the user uploads an image, okay, so I think I have to change a little bit here. Let me take an eraser here. So whenever a user will upload an image on the front end has to query the back end, okay, the Python API. The Python API will query the Elk stack, return the JSON objects here, right? And now what happens is basically on the front end, once this is returned here, we need to render it. So This is how you can create a full-fledged web application. Basically, whenever a user uploads an image, we can show him like the similar images, right? So this seems like an architecture, I guess. So the entire idea is basically converting images into vectors and then performing KNN or cosine similarity on those vectors, and then returning the base 64 data or string of that image, and then display that image using Jinja templating, or basically you can use handlebar JS, or you can display those in an iframe as well, depending upon your application. So this is what I think should be the overall architecture of that. I think I do have some demo which I'm gonna show you in the part 2. So hope you have enjoyed this small walkthrough on this. So basically, I don't know if you guys know this, but I just want to mention one more thing here. Like there is something called as TensorFlow Hub. So basically, TensorFlow Hub will provide you pre-trained machine learning model. So you don't have to train a machine learning model, pre-trained models. So there is something called as MobileNet V2. I'm gonna show you in the next video. If you're interested, you can see the next video, of course. So all you have to do is basically just give a file name. You would provide a file name and it will basically give you the vectors. So you need to download this. This is about 100 megabits of a pre-trained model. You download it and then you can simply use this. So this entire converting vector system will directly go in your Python API, the backend services. So yeah, hope you have enjoyed this small walkthrough of machine learning or similar images, basically creating a web application for similar images. Yeah, so if you have any more questions, list your questions. As I said, this is part 1. Just wanted to give you an overview. In the part 2, I can actually show you some of the codes that I have developed. I would be showing you how I converted each image into a vectors. Then I performed cosine similarity. I won't be using ELK stack for this. It'll be like an overkill, but I will definitely show you a working where I give an image and it will show me the similar images. So yeah, thank you for watching, and see you guys in the part 2. Hopefully you would enjoy that as well. Thank you once again. Keep smiling, keep coding. See you guys next time.